fucking microwave, dude.
Just get it up. Is it warm?
Welcome, race fans. Watermelons and Woodchips presented by Central Iowa Diesel Performance. And we got these guys, I guess, via satellite doing dolphin cruise and racing down in Florida. And I'm sitting here like I'm fucking Steven Glansberg by myself in Iowa still. But
Hey, Cody.
hey, it's good to see you guys. It's good to see your face. You know, you forgot me for the dolphin cruise. I stood in the snow for 2 hours, but whatever.
We were looking for you. You just never showed up. And
We
listen,
had the ticket bought.
we did. And hey, jealousy never made any friends, bud. All you had to
Yeah.
do,
Yeah.
just jump on a damn plane, get on down here. We had a bed for you to sleep in. You could have been snuggled up next to Chucky. Like, we had a whole thing arranged. But hey,
Yeah.
it's all good.
No, well, you know, I'm like a duck on a pond here. We have state weigh-ins today for the kids, so I'm already
Gotcha.
nervous and just trying to keep it all together right now. So we've had a lot of wrestling the last 2 weeks, so I couldn't make it down, but we'll try to work that in the schedule for next year.
You got Kellen all juiced up? Has he been pumping the weights and ready to do some
I think
arm
so.
bars and stuff?
I think so. They had brackets come out on Sunday, so we've just been watching film and getting ready to go for this weekend. So he seems like he's in better shape than I am. So
Just tell him if he don't double leg somebody and get him in a chicken wing, Uncle Bobcat's going to get him.
yeah, right. I think we'll be okay. So we'll see how it goes. It's got
See,
a pretty.
y'all's big wrestlers up there, so we got basketball. So like they're in state. Our senior girls just actually wound up locking in state last night.
Nice.
They've been rolling, but
Nice.
yeah, it was pretty cool. But speaking of wrestling and double leg kicking and all that, Dave was talking last night, and he said something about come over and see me and just don't give me no trouble. We don't need more people in there causing trouble. And I said, yeah, y'all don't want to mess with Dave. He's a third-degree black belt. He'll put a right foot on the left ear quicker than you can think.
It was pretty good. I mean, it actually rose some eyebrows there in the driver's meeting.
I don't really think Dave would be one to swing, but when you tell somebody that, I mean, if he ever goes to get into it and just starts barking at somebody, they'll be like, "This dude's crazy."
And he doesn't crack. You don't see his face change. So those are the guys that are kind of dangerous.
Yeah, and they don't talk a lot.
He's quiet.
Yep.
You got to watch the quiet ones.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Just
100%.
they do some weird shit.
Yeah.
No, well, it looks like things have been going pretty good for you down there, Peyton. You know, obviously not without a little adversity, right? You guys had some rain leading up to the event, whatever, but the guys, they jumped right in and it looked like they did work some miracles there for you guys.
Well, it's anytime you do a speed week, there's a lot of ups and downs, and what I tell everybody is we're always learning. Just like last night, we're testing, having a test day, practice, and it's stuff we got to work on our end too. So just because we don't hit it right 100% all the time, don't mean we ain't learning from every angle. We overcome some big stuff at Northwest, obviously, but working with Ron. I mean, who don't love Ron?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing that I took away from the Northwest Florida Speedway is they got a whole new group of people there, new owners. They have, from last year being down here, just absolutely changing everything. I mean, the place don't even look the same, and not that it didn't look good when Scott and them owned it, but it's just really cool to see someone put in this much effort into effort and money and just everything that went on there at Northwest Florida Speedway. I mean, it was insane. I mean,
which is officially now Blackwater Speedway. They did that launch on Tuesday night after these guys rectified the racetrack.
Well, before we get to the rectified, have you ever been part of a racetrack that rebranded in the middle?
No, they had me absolutely in panic mode. So, they're sending emails and all this and texts, and they're like, hey, we're thinking about changing it and putting it on MRP. And I was like, whoa. I said, you cannot do that. I said, you will have these racers thrown off. They'll be in Blackwater, Florida, somewhere, Pennsylvania. You never know. So I was like, you cannot do it before. I said, you can do it during. So yeah, but they was all great to work with. And, we got through practice. It was obviously a little choppy. But in our defense, they had 3.5 inches of rain, I believe, in 2 days. So
On a brand new speedway, basically.
yeah, and they'd moved all kinds of dirt. They'd cleared probably 40-something acres.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think Ron said it was just roughly like 300,000 cubic yards of dirt that they moved on the grounds at that place. Like when we pulled in the first time, I mean, I couldn't believe how much different it really was.
Well, the dirt at the bottom of the light poles, you could see what was that, 8 foot, 6 foot?
Yeah.
Easily.
It was a hell of a difference.
Easily.
Yeah. And every time I talked to them throughout this deal, and like that's one thing we do in the off season, we push whatever tracks we're at, we push them to make sure the walls are painted, and the bathrooms are clean, the just everything's weed eated like it needs to be for an event like this to take place. And so people, that's the other thing we need to talk about. Like people don't know all the backside of this stuff. But like we're all the time like just hammering on, hey, what we got. So when they're sending me all these videos and they have literally got a 40-foot, it may have been 50-foot wide section of the track cut down all the way to the infield.
Yeah.
And they're replumbing all the drainage and stuff. And like it's 3 weeks out. And I'm over here like, have faith, If not, that's going to be one hell of a hole.
Right. not only that, but they dug out in turn 3 and 4 from the new scoreboard, which that new scoreboard was.
And scoring loop.
And scoring loop. I mean, that scoreboard is top notch. I mean, it ran on 110. We had it on a little generator because they didn't have all the electricity ran down to the infield quite yet. They dug out that whole section in 3 and 4, and there was apparently a 2-foot pocket of sand down there with
sand pockets is what they call them.
Pockets, which underneath of that was a clogged tile.
Nobody likes the clogged tile.
Nobody likes the clogged tile. I mean, you had, the other thing that was unique about the Northwest Florida Speedway is we had a rolling vibrator. So you got your personal pack job in your pit area for each driver. I mean, we had Bart rolling around there on a pack on that rolling vibrator, parking cars, and
he never looked.
Can we call it something other than a rolling vibrator?
That's what it is.
I'm that guy that just goes directly there. I'm sitting over here thinking, what are we missing?
Right.
What are we missing?
Well,
so
it just everything that happened at that event. They had a 2-inch water line break down in turn 1 and 2.
that was the big hiccup with what was going on at 1.
And that
shut the water off to the hot pit area.
It wasn't quite as bad as the Boone hole during Super Nationals down in turn 1 and 2, but
nobody hid in it.
Right. But man, what a great event down there.
Well, just to compare, it's sandy, the grounds are, so 3.5 inches of rain in 2 days in Arkansas, you can't walk in your yard for at least 4 days, much less bring one of these big haulers that no telling how much weighs. And I mean, we did 160 of them. And by the way, Belinda and Margaret and Michelle killed it. And everybody, it ain't just one. I mean, it's a village that gets all this done.
Well, we started parking at 2 p.m.
Yeah, we got Bart on the roller. I mean, your man Britt dragging.
Well, I'll tell you, when we rolled in, I was riding with Peyton. We rolled in, and Peyton's like, "We're not doing this." And by the time we turned into the parking area, he's like, "We're doing this." It was that quick.
Here, I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody in on a little secret here. I don't think a whole lot of people knew this. You knew it, and Johnny Forklift
knew it.
But so it got a lot of rain. There's no way in the world. They moved all this dirt. There's no way in the world. So we go to Andy D's, had the Clash Bash deck party, and I was kind of riding. Everything was good. And then we come back, and Dakota has some Fireball in the refrigerator.
Mrs.
So
Forklift.
1, 2, 3, 4. And let me tell you, the only reason I did that is because I thought there was no way in hell we was going to get the race in.
He already had plans on bar. He called.
Yeah, I was going to grill shrimp and cook. I'm like, that was my hell of a time. I hate to burn 2 off days back to back, but it's all what we got to do. And I woke up the next morning, and I felt like complete hell. The little guy that shits in your mouth in the middle of the night, he come by and stopped by and seen me.
Yeah.
And that next day, I'm walking around, I'm hostering it. And I didn't feel great. And everybody's like, you good? You nervous? I was like, no, I'm good. Just got a lot on my mind, stressed out. And I come back and it looked like a gas leak when I got in here. I was wore out. But survived, and I learned me a lesson. If I don't want it to rain out, drink like hell. And just
Bold strategy.
Because if I wouldn't have, we'd got out there and there'd been boats floating. So, lesson learned.
Right.
Yep.
But you know the first day was Little Cowboy, and Ron and everybody at the Northwest Florida Speedway. Wait a minute, another person on Watermelons and Woodchips besides Jerry. We had to really be on the secret channel that he wasn't on to make this happen because we know that he'd been trolling over here somewheres.
I think I saw him walking around, but it could have been Jay Van, announcer extraordinaire.
He's down here.
I heard that. I did hear.
Oh, the doppelganger?
The doppelganger. Yeah. He is down here.
He's probably looking through your windows right now.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility. I haven't seen him, but I've been looking for him because I've seen a couple of posts on social media that he's posted. We're not friends because we don't know if it's Jerry yet or if it really is
a doppelganger.
I'll tell you, at the dock party the other night, we had all the racers were there. We had a great time. We'll get to that. But we had quite a few come through. Dylan Thornton won, saying he swears to God it's Jerry. It's got to be Jerry running that account because there's too much.
Jerry says it ain't him?
He did. He does say that it's not him. But we don't know. We don't know. Hell, me, Cody, and Jonathan about had a fight between us, pointing fingers at each other for a minute, but till we realized it wasn't us.
No,
is it you?
It's not me. I am not.
Would you tell me?
Smart. I would tell you, just not on here. If I was,
Cody, who you think it is?
I don't know, man. I swear, I literally
that was a guilty laugh right there.
No, I sent Josh a text and I was like, "Are you sure this isn't you?" Like, because I like legitimately sent him a message and he's like, "Dude, I swear on our friendship, it's not me." I'm like, "Well, it's not me." So we got to get down to the bottom of it.
It 1000% ain't me. It's all I can do to operate the Facebook pages I got. And then Logue tries to get me on Snapchat. I'm like, dude, I can't operate it. And Timmy Current Chucky texts him one night at the shop while I'm Snapchatting, and he goes, I screenshot it, sent it to him. He goes, if anybody ever needs a flip phone, it's Peyton Taylor. And everybody's like, hey, did you get my Snap? I'm like, dude, y'all don't understand. That's all I can do to manage Facebook. I can't Insta, I can't Snap or tweet or twat or whatever it is. So,
right.
yeah.
So getting back, we had a Little Cowboy the first night, but then I'm telling you guys, I told you guys on the phone, I've been around this game a long time now. I have never seen a transformation in less than 24 hours of a racetrack the way I saw. I mean, we've seen some crazy stuff, like at Super Nationals, we've seen a lot of rain. They get it through, but we're dealing with a hard base. The rain runs off. Like, there's some things in their favor. This thing was a marshmallow, and you guys took it and transformed it into a hard racetrack that worked. I saw pictures. It looked like a 4-bottom plow had been around the bottom for about 18 laps. And you guys took it, and you and Bart especially, and just transformed that thing. It was awesome.
Well, you know how it was explained to me. We were on our way home the first night at 2 a.m.
Gold.
And Bart and I are driving, and he's like, dude, he goes, I can fix that racetrack. And I'm like, I mean, I know nothing about other than the tutorial we had on last episode with the Dirt Doctor, Hank, and Sarah, right? So I took notes. I brought those notes down here. He's the dirt guy. I was just the guy in the tractor, and he told me, dude, it's going to look like shit, when I do it, and people are going to be freaking out. He goes, we can't show Peyton because he'll lose his shit. And I'm like, okay. So we get to the hotel at 3 a.m. And then this is when it clicked in my head when Rod and Sarah talked about 21-hour days at the Super Nationals. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, he's like, dude, we got to be there, you know. And so we got hooked up with J Van, the real one. And he came and picked us up, and we were at the track at 8:15 the next morning.
Yeah, but you had to be up at 6:30.
Well, here's what happened. Actually, I took a shower, and I was airing out. So then I crawled in bed fully nude, and Bart at the time didn't know that. So at 6:30, he jumps on me, and I'm like, dude, you need to get off because something's.
Are you a nude sleeper too?
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the best way. I don't get hot that way.
Yeah.
But he jumps on, and I'm like, dude, you need to get off because.
Be careful with your wording there.
That's right. Watch it because
Something could come up.
I got Chick Floblo's 10 over here, and there ain't no fire going on. Okay? So we get up, we head to the racetrack.
So after you and Bart make love, y'all decide to load it up and go.
We loaded up and we
Team building exercise.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We get to the track and he gets in the dozer and Ron has got one of them new track prep machines, which I had never seen in person yet or been close to one. And
they're badass, ain't they?
Oh man, that thing is so awesome. But Bart gets in that thing, and I'll have to get G the video. I took a Snapchat of it because I just knew it was going to be wild.
Well, I want to do an edit. Well, I got some good content. We're going to do an edit and get that done afterwards.
He cut that thing down 2 foot, and it literally, just like he said, it looked like shit. And so we ripped up the top of the racetrack, and we go over and we get the plow. And the only thing that I can think of is when Farley did this for the 20 and 50,000, and it was terrible. But I believed in Bart. He's the dirt guy.
And we got it. It's Brian Epper. I know he doesn't like to be called Brian. We won't do it again. But that's telling the world.
Yeah, hey, and what's his company? What's his company?
Iowa Pipe and Grading.
Iowa Pipe and Grading.
Hey, if y'all are in the market, y'all hook him up because I'm going to tell you this dude's a magician with some machinery. Mm-hmm. So, and apparently with load.
Right. And we get there and we just start working it. He opens it up, and basically the way it was explained to me is there's some really nice restrooms on the facility, and he goes, now walk over to that bathroom, take a shit on the floor. He goes, the floor is hard. What happens when you step in the shit? And I'm like, well, it splats out the side. That's exactly what was going on with the racetrack. And so he dug it up, and we let it dry for a while. Then we got the disc out, and we were disking it. We had Chuck, the flag man. We put him in the disc there for a while. I got in the water truck, which water truck applications, I mean, I'm putting them in at a few places because it was fun to water truck it.
Yeah, they about med flight me on Tuesday night when you.
So
Go ahead. Yeah, that's
so I'm out there and I'm in the tiller. I'm scraping the wall with the tiller because I'm not paying attention and there's people coming up, and I'm telling people no cell phones. We don't want any negativity on social media. And I think everybody in the pit area was shitting because even Timmy Current messages me and says, man, I have never seen this move work. Never. I really hope it works for Peyton. I saved the Snapchat so I can show you. But we roll it in. It looks super good. We had no idea at the time. Peyton and I were a little jumpy. We get the modifieds out there. They hot lap on it. They scrub all the the shit dirt off the top, and we're all like, man, look at this place. It looks so good. And Bart tells me later, he's like, I was telling you guys to shut the hell up because we haven't been 30 races into the show yet, and
didn't want to jinx it.
Yeah, right. Didn't want to jinx it. And man, I honestly am still in awe that it even looked up the way it did.
I just don't think you could have storybooked anything any better, especially to help Blackwater Speedway launch into their new name. And that's what I told Ron up there at the end of the night. And I told him from day one, I said, man, if you just trust me, I said, I don't know all the right answers, but I know the people that know all the right answers. And I said, I'm telling you, we're building a team here that is legit, and we know how to work together. And he goes, man, he said, I've never in my life seen anything happen like y'all just did. He said, that was insane. I said, well, it was a storybook ending or storybook beginning for your launch.
And Mike, Mike used to do the
Greater Mike.
Greater Mike. He used to do stuff with Scott and the previous owner, and he was an absolute deal to work with. I mean, he was so good, and he just worked with us good. He just got in that grader and kind of did his thing, and
He did a good job. Everybody did a great job. It was just, I don't think people realize how many people was doing stuff all over. I mean, Babe, because everything was new, like the
Right.
pit shacks, like Babe's down there with battery powered lights and, no stool and no door, no damn door, but they got one on,
Yep.
and that ain't a jab towards them, but like just, man, when this guy gets a year, when we come back next year, man, he's putting a drive-in movie theater up there where we got the implements.
oh yeah.
That's going to be a drive-in.
Wow.
He wants to make this place a destination center. He's reached out to me about maybe, coming down here in a few years and maybe helping kind of be a part of it. And
Well, they had some really. I'd never seen this before. They had these cool tents that were set up that you could rent and stay at the track if you wanted to. Because down here in Florida, it's like everywhere is an hour away.
was that how big your tent was?
It wasn't quite that big, but
Dude, it's really hard to make eye contact with you with that shirt on. I'm going to be honest with you.
I'm sorry. It's just.
How do you think we feel every day?
I mean, damn, dude.
Well, I went to get the boys some shrimps this morning at the bait house, and there was 3 girls in there, and I walked in there, and it's just a normal thing for me. I wasn't really nothing, but they all got a real good chuckle out of my hat and my shirt, so it was a good start to the day. But
Yeah, his hat says, don't be a chicken lollipop.
Garrett, we had to actually explain that to Garrett.
No.
Yeah,
Gee, come on.
He's growing up.
he picked up on it real quick.
I think
We'll get him hanging around Kyle. We'll get him Kyle and Lane will get him tightened up.
there you go. There you go.
So we have a stellar finish. We had different winners in each division at Northwest Florida Speedway.
That's bad. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Ethan Brax. I do want to throw a little jab out to some of the modified drivers that first night. They went 28 and a half minutes and had 13 cautions.
Finished with 10 cars.
Our beginners class, the first year for the Clash on the Coast, the IMC Sport Mods go 13 minutes. We had a bunch of green arrows, and they had 2 cautions.
Yeah.
What a great addition to the event. And
Man.
they came down here and proved that they should be a part of this event.
Yeah, they belong.
It was, I'm going to tell you, them guys raced. And you got the Goosies?
I got the Goosies because I'm partial to sport mods.
I know we've had some conversation, and you're like, well, why do you feel that way? I'm like, well, dude, it's just, growing pains. You got to pay your dues.
There'll be a sport mod guy until he dies.
I will.
Hey, and I ain't going to fault him. I'm a heavy guy. Mm-hmm. I'm a heavy car guy, not a heavy guy.
Well,
But no, I am blown away, and I'd love to see more of them. I'd love to get the numbers where they're about 50-50, and we're obviously always going to have more modifieds. I think that ain't a jab towards sport mods, but I just think the mods travel more than most of them, and but yeah, the stock cars threw some shit down.
It's the class too tough to tame, and they just carry that name so well. They drop the rag. Chucky drops the rag for the stock cars, and they're 3-4 wide, which I know it was at the beginning of the race, but that's just what stock car guys do. And I don't know what it is.
we had a gal up in the booth learning with us at that place, Savannah, and she said her boyfriend races, her husband, maybe I probably have that wrong.
Her boyfriend and her husband might race.
Oh, maybe
Could
they
be
race
both.
each other, but in the factory stocks. And she goes, ooh, like full body cars, you could see it. She's like, I'm gonna watch this. And when they took the green, she's like, oh, they race. I mean, so
Well, I told Ron, he's like, man, he said, I watched some vintage cars the other night. I just love them cars. I said, you wait till these crazy son bitches get out there. I said, you'll see. And they've never, ever This is our 4th year down here, and I've never seen anybody scrape the wall going into 1 and coming off of 2. Mm-hmm. Like that was sending it, and it was just a great. And crowd was good.
Crowd was good.
Crowd was good. We had 163 in the pit. And I want to say something right now. So like the Gulf Coast slingshots, the first night, the track was too rough for them, and we had them scheduled late. I'll take blame on that.
Hold on. Their parents all tell them just go out there and hold it wide open. And they do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what if Lonnie or John told you, hey, you hold that son of a bitch on the floor, and if you don't, I'm going to light you up like a Christmas tree. What are you going to do? You're going to put it through the firewall.
Right.
And they do.
But the track was a little rough. There's a couple kids that had some pretty tough wrecks, but I checked on them multiple times. They're good. But the next night, we adjusted our schedule, and that's what I love about this, adjusting and making improvements. But they went caution-free all night.
Yeah.
Never had a caution all night in them, and it was awesome.
Now, the slingshots, if nobody knows, which I didn't know what the slingshots were, but it's just it looks like a go-kart, or it looks like a dwarf car.
Like a little cage cart.
Is a dwarf car and a dwarf car the same?
No, they call them mod lights, but I grew up when they were called the dwarf car because they used to do the finger dance. Have you ever seen the finger? Oh, you guys don't have them down here, huh? Okay, so
what is it?
This is because they're little cars, so you only wave with one finger.
It's a little wave.
Yeah, it's the dwarf car wave.
I did
grew
get
up on Boone Speedway right here, bud.
Cody, you know how much Peyton has learned?
Yeah, I did. It's funny since we started talking about that on the podcast, I got a Snapchat from Eric Elliott, and Landon's got a mod light this year. And he was sitting in the car in the garage. He's like, "Hey, we're practicing." And he's doing the finger wave. So we
doing the wave?
Oh yeah. Yep. Eric's like, I got him practicing, boys.
Awesome.
That's awesome. But yeah, these slingshots, they just have a 5-horse Briggs and Stratton motor in them. And let me tell you, they haul ass.
They are scary fast.
I think a couple of them might have them a little tuned up because they seem like a little more than 5 horse to me.
They do tech their own vehicles. So there could be some shade tree stuff going on there. But the youngest kid that was racing, I think, was 7 years old.
Yeah, and I'm talking, I don't know when the last time you looked at a 7-year-old or, but this dude was a little bitty. And I'm like, man, it's just, this place is almost too fast for him.
Coda?
So we got to do some adjusting on that. I don't know what we're going to do.
Coda's got a mic on. What was his name?
Was that Brody or was that
Waylon?
Oh, yeah, Waylon.
Our boy Waylon. This little kid comes up to the window, and I told Colton and Dakota, Johnny and Mrs. Forklift, I said, when you guys start having kids, can we train them with the Southern accent? Because this kid came up, and he was so nice, and he's like, "Thank you, sir," and I about melted. And I'm like, we got this, and then he ends up winning, and he gets up on the roof, like he had a great interview too. That was awesome.
They're such, they started this deal. They do a great job. Craig and Zach had all that up. But it just, as a racer, I've went through a lot of concrete in my day. You know what I'm talking about? And it just is almost too much for me to watch, So I don't know. We got to do some adjusting on what we're going to do. I can tell you 100% after what the Sport Mods has, the support they've showed, and they've been at the off-day events, and everybody's having a good time. And so we're definitely bringing the Sport Mods back again this year in 2027. And there's some cool stuff we're going to do, too, for the 5th annual. We're going to blow it out. We're excited about it. I feel like we're finally an established event. Mm-hmm. And so it's going to be a three IMCA division event. I know I get a lot of people want me to do hobby stocks and all this, but, I'm sure y'all know, everybody wants to go till it's time to go.
Yep.
Right. So it's hard to adjust and pay out what we do with that.
I'm guilty of that.
I am too, but it just depends on what it pays.
Right. Hey, before we leave the Blackwater Speedway, I do want to mention too, they sold out of food. I think both nights. I know the first night for sure.
Well,
because we sent the boys to get some of the best cheeseburgers we've ever had. By the way,
hey, their standard. Listen to this.
This is unreal.
Their standard cheeseburgers are doubles. and their double cheeseburger has 4 patties. I don't know. That's Florida math right there.
And there's some of the best burgers. I think they snuck up to Iowa to get the meat because it was delicious.
They were good. The big redheaded dude, another fellow.
Jet.
There's a lot of redheaded people down here. Colton and I feel really secured around you weird people because reds are different. Okay, and this dude was really red, and he was about 350 and about 4 foot tall, and he could cook the meanest patty.
Well, that sumbitch could lift a 4-wheeler too. He helped us load it. Him and Corey helped us load it. Me and Cody didn't have to hardly do much.
Yeah, we had to have a carburetor session with the boys. Kyle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Lane
Yeah, we
Frost.
thought we was losing Kyle and Lane Frost.
That's yeah.
Hey, he does got the frosted tip,
That's
don't
what
he?
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, but yeah, before we leave Blackwater, I want to say they're like Eric, Courtney, Tim, Corey, Andrew, Britt, Britt. They've got a lot of great people there. And I just like, there's probably some we're not mentioning.
Well, here's how cool they are. We called Ron last night. We go to Deep South Speedway for the first night. We call Ron. Ron says, call us if you need anything you guys need for the event. He is bringing a tractor, his track prep machine up there today just so we have it on site. Like, if that don't tell you something about Ron.
Couldn't get it loaded fast enough.
Right. He sent me a picture of it loaded up on his low boy. He's got it all ready to go.
And was going to leave first thing this morning. I was like, whoa, holster it, bud. We got some rain coming in.
And-
Mother Nature's going to help us.
And nothing to gain for him, right? This isn't his racetrack. This isn't his Clash on the Coast.
He's doing it for the sport. He's doing it for the
sport.
event.
The dude is just a good guy. Like,
And I told him, I said, look, man, I'll pay whatever it takes. If I need to rent it, pay your fuel. I don't want you out nothing. He goes,
I'll see you there.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's him, Andrew, and Corey's loaded up. They're getting ready to head over there. So
That's awesome.
Just I'm blown away with how all that went. You know, for me and Babe as promoters, so what we had with Scott and Beverly was great. But when you go from, when you're changing business partners, and we went down there previous, that's one of the perks of this deal. We get to go to Florida a couple extra times. But we went down there and we had a meeting set up with Ron and Courtney, and we went to the track and just going in blind. I mean, I seen this guy on Facebook, which he don't have Facebook. He's just got a profile made. So I don't know what I'm going. He's got this guy short hair, and I get there, and this dude looks like he's the tour bus driver for Skinner. And I'm like, yeah. And he's got the crocodile hat on. I'm like, I think we're going to kick it, I think we're going to get along. And but you got to almost, I almost keep my guard up, but I want to know everything I can about him. So I researched about him and kind of learned a lot about him and Suncoast Performance and just who he was, where he come from. And we had an absolutely great visit. And it was just going to be a quick 30-minute, which Babe says I'm a talker. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But we wound up making a great friendship, and we left there, and I told Babe when we pulled out, I said, man, I don't think that could have went any better. And then you go back to him sending me all the videos and all this, and I'm like, holy shit, I don't know if we're going to get this in. So, like, people don't understand all the timeline that goes. Like, there's a bunch of stress that comes into all this, too, when you don't, it's an unknown. Well, now we'll walk off in there now with a little pep in our step because we know what we're going back into. Mm-hmm. But we're happy to announce that we will be going back to Northwest Florida Speedway next year for 2027, working with Blackwater Speedway. Did I say Northwest first?
You did, yeah.
I meant Blackwater Speedway. That's man, it's a transition for everybody. Yeah. So we're going to get better at that. But yeah, we're excited to have Blackwater Speedway for on the card for 2027. Work with Ron and his whole bunch. But yeah, so real quick, I'll go ahead and tell you this: my transmission, my truck's got 250,000 miles on it. So all right, let's just go ahead and call that
hard miles, FYI. Witnessed that myself.
But the problem is, I let Johnny Forklift, Dakota, and Josh take it the other day, and I'm like, look, man, when you're in this thing, you cannot make eye contact with any females when you pass them, or they will probably get pregnant. I mean, that's just how badass this truck is. So my transmission takes a shit the other day. I'm behind him, and I kick it in and pass him at about 95.
Generous.
He didn't see us coming either, did he?
Oh, no.
Sucked the decals clean off of him. Well, you know what this crazy ass does? About kills everybody in his rig trying to pass me back.
And he got you.
Well, I wasn't going to endanger other people's lives. I'm not that guy.
But right before that, they were endangered.
Are you saying, did he say did he let you win?
He did.
All right.
I know. I let the other people live.
Okay.
Well, I think the tranny was going, quit doing what you're doing.
Hey, I've heard Fords talk, and that one was saying, hey, let off. This is going to end bad.
Right.
So I'm leaving the racetrack that night, and I go, I guess I'm going to limp this bitch back to the house. And I told Ron, I told him what it did, and this guy does transmissions. He goes, sounds like money to me. And just kind of laughed. I said, do you do customer work like that? And he goes, absolutely. So anyways, I was like, I just need to get it over there. And he goes, Eric's the other good guy. He goes, come over here and hook your scanner up. So Haley come over and scanned. It took about 15 minutes, and that thing's ran like a champ ever since. He cleared the codes. He said, holy shit, you got a lot of codes on this thing. He's going to come out.
It runs,
Fuel mileage picked up.
runs so good, it blew the right front right off.
I'm telling you, but yeah, it's and I've got a different size wheel on there, so now we're loading the left rear a little bit more.
So, Cody, and this is probably the least amount you've talked for a whole podcast.
Yeah, what is up with that?
I got it. Before we're probably going to take a break here, but when we come back, we are going to have a special guest.
Yeah.
Who we got?
Well, you're going to have to clean off a spot for her to sit, I think.
Let me get you a spot, man.
Okay. We're going to pull Babe in
She
here.
hates that joke, by the way.
I can see that.
Absolutely despises it.
I can see it.
Yeah, I can see that.
She's so happy.
Yes. So we're going to bring her in here, but and then we're going to dig into some background on Peyton. We're going to get some stories.
Hey, can we scream here in a minute over there? It is raining like a double kind of cow pissing on a flat rock.
We we'll take some video of this. It is pouring outside. We were planning on being by the water.
And we're racing tonight. That's why I love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we can
And if
go
we
to
think we're going to get rained out, we'll just all start shooting fireball.
Well, we could do that too.
well, it seemed to work out for you the last time pretty well. So
Oh,
That's true.
not on your body, but everything else. So
correct. Correct. Sacrifices.
yeah, well, we'll head to a break, bring Babe in, and then we got a new segment coming up from Moffitt's Ford when we get back. So not necessarily a racing related incident, but Jonathan's around, so there's always
at a racetrack.
Yeah, that's right. So, all right, we'll take a break. We'll send it over to Central Iowa Diesel Performance and Moffitt's Ford. When we come back, we'll bring Babe in and get some stories about Peyton. You are listening and watching Watermelons and Woodchips. We'll be right back.
Central Iowa Diesel Performance is a full-service preventative maintenance and truck repair center in Ames, Iowa. While they specialize in high-performance applications, they can do fleet repair, engine maintenance, transmission repair, or things such as brakes and electrical. Anything diesel truck related, Central Iowa Diesel Performance is your go-to shop. Check them out at www.centraliowadieselperformance.com.
Welcome back, race fans. Watermelons and Woodchips presented by Central Iowa Diesel Performance, back from the break, and we've added the brains of the operation, right? Babe's in there with Peyton, and Babe, how do you put up with this guy, especially during a week of rain, fireball shots, all the things you got going on down there in Florida?
There's been a few times I've gone in the bedroom and just sit by myself while he's it's really hard.
Mm-hmm. I did not say anything. I was just agreeing.
Ivan face, red as shit. That's you guys been married how long?
23.
23 years.
But we've lived together for 28. We moved in 2 weeks after we met.
It took that long for you to convince her daddy to let her marry you?
No, but she was dating my brother-in-law.
Oh, this is a story too, but
This
is a whole nother segment right here.
This is an
like
architect.
5 years in the in the works.
First day I seen her, I told Jody Mack, Moyer's boy, that I was going to marry her, and he goes, "Oh,
He
you
was in
can't marry her.
10th
That's
grade.
Chico's woman." I'm like, "Well, I can probably whoop his ass. Where's Chico?" I say Chico. Yeah. And then I see Chico. He's a little deal. I was like, "Oh, I can definitely whoop his ass," you know. And then Jody's like, "Oh no, he's cool. You can't find him." And anyway, so long story short, so she broke up with him, got engaged to another asshole, and I've been dating the whole Batesville cheerleading squad this time while she's dating him. So, anyways, here I'll go ahead and give it to you in a nutshell. We're at the topless 100, and this is no shit. She's up there
This
without.
was 5 years later.
Yeah, this is
after-
5 years up later. This is 2 weeks before, a month before we move in with each other.
Yeah.
So we're at the racetrack on tier parking, big party. And my buddy, she's got to go to the bathroom. I'm with a girl. She's engaged. He's not there. And she's got to go to the bathroom. So I load her up in my buddy's stepdad's truck, Jimmy's Plumbing, a plumbing truck. Take her to the porta potty. Drop her off. I'm out there waiting.
romantic.
I'm waiting. And she comes out of the porta potty, and I have hyped myself up. And as soon as she gets in the rig, I just plant one on her. And she starts crying. And I'm like, "Oh boy, got figuring to get about the fiance now." And she goes, "I've been waiting on you to do that for 5 years." I'm like, "You got to be shitting me." So within a month after that, I moved to welding school. She moved up there with us, and we've lived together ever since. And it's a beautiful story.
Yes, yes.
It really is. And I'm going to tell you, and obviously I'm sitting here with you guys. This is the first time I've really spent with either one of them.
We have did some serious bonding.
We had done a lot of bonding, but you can see it pretty quick how tight these two are. And I can also see, after I watched her in action at the pit shack last night, I know why you're keeping her around. She's damn good with money.
Yeah.
In a hurry. Because we had a line damn halfway back to Baker. And Colton and I jumped in. We're like, "You want us to start selling
Yeah, I couldn't have
bands?"
done it without y'all.
She says, "Yep,
crazy.
let's go." And Peyton comes up. He's like, "Can these guys buy wristbands? Let's go." And we just hammered out the line. So that was nice.
Yeah, it
But
was-
yes, she's really good at what she does. She puts up with your shit. She manages Kyle. I ain't figured that all out yet.
And she's a smoke show. Hey.
You're damn right. And that Dylan Thornton said that the other night to Kyle. He goes, "Do you know your mom's hot?"
Oh, yeah. That went over like a lead balloon.
The thing that when I become friends with Peyton and well, I met Peyton first at Vegas, and we just really kicked it off. And then I got Babe's phone number one night at a bar. We're not even going to get into that.
Oh,
We got to get into
no, we are not getting into that. But there were some things that Babe got from my phone to her phone that I'm just going to leave it at that.
May have been the old bait and
Yeah,
tackle.
you get
Bait and switch.
hoodwinked.
Oh, it was
You
the
get
bait
hoodwinked
switch.
there, bud.
say that you guys know each other a little better than I do.
That is very true.
That's fair to
That's very
say.
true.
Well, and then he got something from Peyton, too.
Well, I mean, if you're going to send it to my wife, I'm sending it right back.
So it was, but what we've just become such good friends, and they've welcomed me into this deal, you know, and everything is so. I think it's a Southern thing. Everything is just really family orientated, and they brought that to this event, and like when we go and do stuff, we're doing it together, and we're inviting. It's just a really, really cool thing, and it's very cherishable because it's not like we're just here to work. It's like we're here hanging out with our Southern family, and that's really what it is. And it's not just Babe and Peyton. It's Kyle, it's Chuck, and we let Colton and Johnny Forklift Jr. and just Cody, Katie. I mean, just everybody here. Bart.
Yep. And we're missing Lexi, bless her.
We're mixing Lexi. Cody's really tore up about it.
He's been emotionally unavailable all weekend. Have you noticed he's been distraught?
Right, he's gone through 2 boxes of Kleenex.
Wait, is that for the tears or?
He's just, yeah, right.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's blushing. He's grabbing a beat right now.
He's looking like Ivan. Look, you see the red?
Yeah. He just smiles.
But it's just a really cool thing to be a part of, and you can tell that just what they've done here has created this, racing vacation in the wintertime. It's just another event besides the Winter Nationals, gives racers another chance. It's not 2 weeks long, which I appreciate. Some people are savage and like to race 2 weeks.
Oh, I get a lot. A lot of people want to do man, we don't need them days off. But, man, when you do a show that pays, what we pay out, you got to have practices, man. And you got to have days off. Like, we are great together, but we still got to have a day to where we can kind of pump the brakes, decompress. Like, if we wouldn't have had a day off yesterday, people would have been parking on each other's breathers.
Day before.
Day before. Yeah. I mean, you got to let these guys, these families have come all the way down here. We promised them a day off. We promised them racing. Well,
I like to see it because you see, they're competing. And then when you see on these days off, everybody's friends and everybody's talking and getting together.
Yes. Yeah, out at the dock for karaoke the other night, I saw guys getting up on the stage singing with each other.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I've seen them guys damn near come to blows at times.
Wreck each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, who was the best? Who's the best race car driver karaoke singer that you guys have on stage?
Hang on. Peyton's not a full-time race car driver right now, so I got to give it to Cole Charnesky.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, I saw some Snapchats of Cole. He was getting down.
But Colton made a good point that if this promoting thing doesn't work out for Peyton, he could probably be a pretty good cover band singer. Like, dude.
I'm a crowd worker. I work the crowd. I got to have the crowd engagement.
He got up there and he just got ready to start. And Chucky turns to me and he goes, "You're about to see why this guy's been successful." And no shit, he cranked one out. It was.
We were at the Journey concert.
We were. He was working the crowd like he had the white pants on.
Well, I was going for my inner Don Johnson, 1985 Miami Vice look. I actually called him Bob Johnson. I'm Bob Johnson, Don's cousin.
One of the best parts of the night at the dock was Dylan Thornton opened up and
there's got to be a clip somewhere y'all need to edit in with this.
That was so funny because it was just on point, man. And like, just to see you standing over. Yeah, oh man, Dylan Thornton knocked it out of the
terrific Peyton Taylor impression to get everybody going. And also a little shot down the road. Dylan's going to be a guest here in a few weeks. And yes, Jerry, that'll be another one ahead of you. But he also let me know that he's got some impressions he may bring to the show.
I guarantee you one of them. I know one of them.
It sounded like that he has some insight on who extraordinaire, or I don't know if he's been talking to Doug Johnson, but Doug Johnson's been coming up and getting pizzas every Thursday night at the Adobe.
He said he's working on possibly getting him to come with, but we may have to do the black screen. We'll see. We'll just have to, we're in negotiations.
Okay.
We'll work on it. But I know Jerry will be interested to see who the hell that is. I bet he thinks he can figure it out. It's going to be hard because Jerry won't be there, so we know, wait. Or will Jerry be there?
Well,
we don't know.
We'll find out.
Now, here's
Slippery slope.
Jerry has made it. I mean, he has really been on the hunt because Extraordinaire has posted some pictures down here, and he just keeps going, "I know it's you, Bobcat." And I'm like, I can't run my own Facebook just like Peyton,
Right. And I don't want to glaze over. Peyton, you're a race car driver. That's where it started, right? What age were you when you started?
I would say I was probably 14, 15.
And did you come right out of the gate with the 01?
Actually, yes.
Okay.
Well, no, 01 was a little bit. With the cars we was buying, they had numbers on them. That's what we went with. We wasn't really involved in the decals at this point. But so Mooney had bought the Rex Brightwell, Big Dog, is what he was. He won the first 10,000 to win at Batesville. And Mooney he had a Regal, and he had bought it. Mm-hmm. And he's like, all right, here's what we're going to do. He painted it white, just like the window wall of Stars cars. He painted it just like that. And so we go out there, and I'd never even hot lapped a car. So, but I don't give a shit. I'm going to get it. So we come off of turn 4, and I'm following the guy in his new car, big dog. And he was the man to beat back then. Big guy, had a lot of left rear, leaf spring car, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm in his Regal fixing to just show him up. And so when he takes off 4, I just stomped the throttle. And I don't know how I could have donkey stomped it anymore, but when I did, I ripped the throttle springs clean out. So when I go in the corner in turn 1, I go right in the wall. Junk that one. So then,
One straightaway, basically.
yeah, half a corner.
Oh my God.
Turn 1. So then I was like, it hurt. And then I was like, all right. So then Mike and my dad had bought me another car. And we're going out there, and I was not the smart kid. Let's just go ahead and say that. I was hard knocks, you know what I mean? So similar thing happens there. I had throttle springs. We even checked them. Actually, I only had one. But I didn't know I didn't know you could put 2 or 3 on there. So the same shit happens to me again in this one. Break the throttle. Well, I made it more than a half lap. So I made it a couple weeks, but throttle spring breaks on this one. Go through the wall, same thing. Chucky put 3 stubs. Chucky and my guys, Chucky, Briston, Kramer, all them. We had a shop, and they got to where they could put a stub on in a week, which is pretty good for some high schoolers.
That's not bad, right?
And we was bringing stubs in. Like Clinton was women. We was just run through them, you know. And so then got out of that, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to party. I don't know that this is for me. And I don't even really know.
I think it was 2001 was when
2001, I went.
that was when.
Yeah, I talked to Sean to get me a modified. And he worked a deal out with me, Larry, and perks of being a nephew, I guess. I probably paid more, but who knows? Yeah. No, Larry did a lot. He was very influential in a lot of our success. And, you know, I probably wouldn't be where I am today if Larry Shaw wasn't involved in it. So I took a loan out. And by the way, young racers, if you ever go to the bank, take a loan out for a motor, do not tell them it's for a race car. They will look at you like you have lost your mind. Right. And so anyways, got all that done, went out, we started racing, and it took us, I think it was a year or so before we won, but we finally got our first win at West Plains at the Show Me 100 modified portion.
Really?
And we outrun Rex Barrett. And like, he was my idol growing up.
Dude.
Rex.
And he's still a great life friend. Rex taught me a lot. He wasn't really trying to teach me, but I just watched him.
Yep.
You know, Rex was one of them. Another thing, before Batesville had walls around it, this is probably what hooked me. I was 12 and Billy was out there, another uncle. He was out there racing, and I would watch him run the top. When nobody else would run the top, Billy would run the top. Everybody else would run the middle bottom. And like, Billy would go in there and I'd watch his tires. And this is when they had the old bat wings. Not the Stars nose, the old bat wings. And I watch his tires go in. They'd go all the way center. And then they'd go. It was the coolest thing to watch him ever lap. His back steer would be in the apex, right? Every time. And it was just like, man, that looks easy as shit. You know, I'm like, I can do that. So it was not easy as shit. I ain't going to tell you.
Knocking down the wall was easy.
Yes.
Right?
So we wind up, this is just kind of giving you everything in a nutshell here. So that kind of got me hooked. Mooney owned a race car that Wendell drove. And I was like, you know what? I told him I wanted to get in it. And they're like, if you want to do it, you need to be at the shop. So when I was 12 years old, Wendell had a little bitty old shop about the size of this room. And I said, man, I just want to help. He said, all right, get that sandpaper and start cleaning these rotors. So I'm in there on a milk crate cleaning rotors with sandpaper. I didn't know all you got to do is put an aggressive pad in there and drag them. They'll clean up. And I still give Wendell shit about that. And so did that deal and then went to work for Shaw. My school was right by where Shaw was. So when I was 13, I'd get over there, get delivered over there. And then I would sweep floors, put trash can, liners in, do all that. And everybody had a title. Like, everybody was either welder, fabricator, sheet metal guy. I'm like, where's my title? Kevin goes, I'll get you one. So him and Larry came over there and they're like, "Hey, we know what your title is, Chief Sanitation Engineer."
Yes.
And I'm talking about just got them out there, walked around. So that's where it all started, and then
This is why him and I get along so much. He was an engineer. That's what I do.
classic.
Right?
And so I did that. Then I did the assembly, and then me and Chucky started building. We built every car that came out of his main shop from 2006 to 2008. We built.
Wow. And your
I'm
car,
not honking horns, but then with some badass cars, it's pretty good. They won a lot of races.
you bet. And when you went to the '01, when you got that number on, where'd that number come from?
Oh, the only place you get an '01 number from, Dukes of Hazzard.
Hell yes.
And I actually, when I got drunk and I was 18, I got a tattoo on my ankle
Oh,
of checkered flags in the '01. It is almost faded out, bless it. But yeah, so I did that and won
The
that.
very first modified, the '01, it was the Screaming Seaman.
Yeah, that was our name. It was the Screaming Seaman. It was. I'm glad you said that. That's great. That's why she does what she does. So we had pink shirts and had '01 on it, and it was called Screaming Seaman. See ya in Victory Lane naked. There's still some shirts around. I will see if Briston still has a shirt, I believe. So then Mooney had the Mooney's used car dealer. So he had this big Suburban, two-tone, blue and white, and the exhaust, you would gas on it and give it gas. And as soon as you'd let off, it would just backfire like somebody shot a 410 at you, And I was like, oh. And so we would take it down to Cersei. We'd all put our pit shirts on. We'd all go fire on girls. And it never worked out, but it was always a good time.
it was a good try, right?
Good try.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. So, what would you say? What's your biggest win in your career racing?
Man, I don't know that it's
Okay, well, hold on. First of all, I think one of his coolest trophies is the Big Buck trophies.
they're pretty cool.
Those are like one of the coolest trophies. You won that two years back to back, right?
3 years in a row.
Years in a row.
Only three-time champion. Yes.
So they banned him.
Only
Oh,
two-time
go
champion
back.
and three-time. Just honking.
Damn, honk away.
I know the feeling. I honk mine all the time too. Yeah,
Super
Just a
Nationals.
different style.
3 times Super Nationals. No big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bragger.
Well, my
Let's hear what
mine would
Babe's
be-
favorite race.
Yeah, what's Babe's biggest
when
race?
you started 30th,
33rd.
33rd, yeah.
Oh,
And when did you take the lead?
Lap 51.
It was it was
Modified,
the
man.
Alltel 100 at one time, and then it was what was it that the
Modified Madness, what they call it.
so hang on.
and our daughter was 6 weeks old. It was her very first Victory Lane picture.
So
Paid $15,000.
you started 33rd in a race and won. I think we've talked to somebody else that did that, haven't we?
There's
It's an elite group.
it's right. They're about the same age. I mean, he's a little younger, but
Did you lap up to 5th?
Dad lapped up to 7th
Ooh. At Super Nationals.
at Supernat.
But those
Well,
are
this season,
Those are
this
two-
was a 3/8 mile track.
those are 2 prestigious wins. And
It's tough to win at either one of them places.
How many laps was it? Do you remember?
Ours was 100.
Oh, it was 100.
Yeah, 100 lapper.
What 2 years before that? It was the 2 years. Did it?
Yeah,
pay
it's the
100
Alltel 100. It paid
grand?
100,000 to win
Yeah.
the first 2 years. So then Mooney's like, I want to adjust it. I think I can get more cars if I pay back better. So he said, I think I'm going to do 50,000, 20, 10, 5 or something like that. And then he said, or I can do 15, 12, 5, 10, 95, 8, whatever it was. Well, hell, I don't think. I just really legitimately with all them cars thought, well, hell, I can run 4th or 5th, for sure. Well, that's big money.
Right.
Well, then he winds up doing the smaller payout on the top. I'm like, I go out there and wear their ass out, and but it was pretty cool. Pretty cool to win. We wound up lapping the field. The funniest thing was Wendell started like 7th. And I said, hey, I'll see you in like 30 laps or something like that.
I've heard this before too.
And he goes, well, if you see me in 30 laps, he said, I'll just pull over and move out of the way. Well, this was back before the diamond was really big. And what was cool about this race, it started out wide ass open, then it transitioned to like streaky, and then it went glass. So like when I got to Wendell, I think I passed Wendell at like lap 35, but when I passed him, I went up and did this diamond and turned down, and I didn't just pass him, I passed 3 down the back stretch because it was in the slick, and I was down there on the hub just tractioned up, and I come by Wendell and he go, now I've seen him, I just knew when you passed me, it was just a matter of time before you was fixing to pass up the rest of them some bitches. But that was pretty cool, for sure.
His second time in a late model, the second night. At I-30, he started on the pole. Wendell was right beside him, and he won that one. That was the second night.
Well, Wendell tells me, he goes, now Kenny Merchant's going to be on the outside front row of you. I'm nervous wreck. He said, don't let him psych you out. He's going to be throttling up and trying to get in your head. He said, it's going to clean out and rubber up probably. Just stay to the bottom and stay in your rhythm. And Moyer was crew chief before me. He's up there, got me on top of the trailer during the bees. He's like, see where they're entering at? And, that's pretty cool to have that guy giving you a spot. Mm-hmm. And so I get down there, we pull on the track, and Kenny Merchant's right there beside me. And next thing you know, here comes Wendell. This son of a bitch is starting on the outside of me. He told me it was Merchant. It was Wendell. So we get up there, and
So hold on, was he gassing up and
looked like John Force on dope. He's the guy that's gassing, like driving halfway down the straightaway, getting a full corner, getting the teeth and the tires. And I'm like, I'm just harsh, just two. And we take off. I jumped the start. I was like, we're going to get one good one anyways. And it was already starting to clean. Well, anyways, I just kind of rode. And he run door to door with me for a little bit. And he probably could have chopped me, but I don't think he was, I think he wanted it to. And so anyways, we wound up just staying down there. It cleaned out. And we wound up wearing them out. It was pretty cool. So that was a fun one too, for sure.
So you've got 132 IMCA sanctioned starts. You've got 23 total wins, 17 modified 6 stock car wins. How many wins do you have? Because we know there's not a lot of IMCA tracks down here. What's your stats? I mean, do you know? I mean,
I think we're probably around somewhere around 150. No, I think we're around 150 probably. But the difference, but I started in 01.
Right.
So and that number could be light, but here's the other thing. A lot of the races I run, I never run points. I never once run points.
So I have no track championship.
No, I never wanted one. I always chase money. So a majority of our checks are thousands and up. So street stock here one year, we won 10 of 12 events. We raced 12 events. We won 10 of them. And every one of them paid $4,000 or more. I think we won $65,000 that year. We won it 2 years in a row with 65 and 68, back-to-back years in a street stock. But that's when we went to Illinois, won a $12,000 to win day show. We got up there at the UMP Tires, and nobody's cutting or siping them. Well, I get to looking in the old rule book, and I'm like, can we sipe? Can we cut? He goes, yeah, it just says you got to have this certain compound. I was like, all right. So we get there the next day, and we were getting a trailer, leave the car out, shut the door, and I mean, it's just we're cutting and siping and grooving. And we went out there and busted their ass. But it was the hottest I ever been as a day deal. And in Plymouth, Indiana, was it Indiana, Illinois? I think it was Indiana. But we go up there, and it was a day show. So, it just took forever. And when we got out, I think I lost 12 pounds that day. No shit. We got out. I did tech. I could barely stand up. And I get back to the car. This is a Babe deal. I get back to the car. I tell Ricky, I said, hey, just call Babe. Call Babe. Tell her we got her done. And I'll call her as soon as I get back to the trailer. I'm about to pass out. So I did all this interview stuff. Go over there, get the car to the trailer. I just sit down. And I mean, I'm just pouring water on me, trying to get hydrated. Like I'm almost fixing to have to go to the ambulance, get an IV. And phone rings. Or I call her, I think. You didn't want to call me? I said, well, I'm just going to let you know. I had to see it on the damn internet. I mean, just started chewing my ass. 100% just come in hot. I'm like, babe, you don't understand. I don't give a shit. You're supposed to call me if you want. And I was like, I'm over here needing meth fly.
And win, and I was like,
Emotionally unavailable because she didn't get a phone call. And I'm talking about chewed my ass up. That's what
his mom texted me and said, "Have you heard anything?" And I said, "No, they're still racing." And then she calls back and texts back, and she said, "No, he won." And so then I got on the phone
Not
and I was
good.
like, on Facebook, and then I asked Ricky. I said, "Why didn't you call me?" He said, "Well, I put it on Facebook." I'm like,
Yeah.
really?
It did not help my ass eating program out at all. So guess what I've not did ever again? I've never not made sure that she was the first direct call.
So you learned your lesson.
100%. I'm a good learner.
All right.
Good learner. So that the big buck 50s was awesome. We started 26th in it last year. We broke 2 motors. A buddy of mine, Jared Niswinder, gave me his car. I always get around that joint good. I just drive it different. It's a place where it's real demanding on the top, and you got to drive one end different than the other. It flattens off in the middle of 3 and 4, so you almost got to turn twice in 3. You almost got to drive in, drive across the top, and then rotate again. Very disciplined racetrack. And then 1 and 2, it usually keeps a little bit of a curve, so you can almost enter hard and drive up to it and then catch that brown off. So we run a different line there than most people can, but we started 26th there, and we took the lead on lap 13. And every feature, every big buck we've won by over 4.5 seconds. So I've got that place pretty locked.
So they got a bounty on you.
They don't like me there.
Yeah.
They like me, but and their tech's legit. Like, they'll put them things on a damn lift, get it up. Like, I was in this other dude's car, and they're like, "Hey, we need to take the caliper off and mic it." I'm like, "Oh, fuck." Excuse me.
No, don't.
I'm like, this ain't good. I never cuss till I get around Northerners. I don't know what that is.
That is so true. I feel like I'm down here just like a sailor all the time.
Yes.
It's like, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Dude, your boy Lane, he was telling me how he was going to whoop my ASS in pool. And that was a couple days ago. Then yesterday we're at the track. He's going to whoop my bleeping ass. And he wasn't spelling nothing. So we've had an effect on him. I hope Colton said when he gets home, he's going to get his ass whipped by his dad, probably because he's going to run his mouth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably.
Sorry to Lane's parents.
Yeah.
Well, I told him, I said, forget everything you've learned here.
Right?
So,
For sure. But and then I got one more that is pretty badass. So we went to Eldora for the World 100. When was that, 06? At the time, there's only been 2 people that had made the World 100 their first time, and both of them had won it, Jeff Purvis and Scott Blomqvist. So for them to win and make it their first year, so we go up there, scariest place I've ever raced in my life. I drove off in. I followed Jackie Boggs in the corner, and I'm like, I'm just going to go in till he checks and sets, and then I'm going, well, I go in the corner, and he just never lifts, and he turns his wheel, and he drives it in a push up the racetrack, and I was like, holy shit. So I never lifted. I come in, scared the shit out of me. And I tell the guy I'm driving for, Tim Logan, I said, I don't think I'm going to lift in hot laps. Me being me. He goes, well, if you lift in hot laps, I'm going to be disappointed. I'm like, well, that backfired quick. So we go out there. We wind up setting 34th fast time. Put us on the outside front row of or 35th. We set outside. The way they did that invert was with pole they did a 6-car invert. So I think we'd been pole or outside front of the 5th heat. We take off in this heat. It's a Rayburn car, never drove a Rayburn car, swing arm. And go out there, and we almost win the heat, dude. Like, we're checked. We got a straightaway on Bab. Or actually, Bab was running third. The guy in second, we take the white. The guy in second spins out in turn 2, and we have a yellow. Oh, now I got Shannon Babb up here pulling up beside me, keeping them warm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I just don't need to mess up. So I go in the corner, a little conservative, get the old slider from Shannon Babb going into 1. I wind up running second. I start 7th. I think 7th or 8th in the World 100. And so Babb comes over there, and he's like, dude, impressive, And I was like, look, if I'm going to get outrun by somebody, it's going to be by Shannon Babb with a slider. I can live with that, you know. And we wound up running 15th. We didn't get lapped till like 3 to go, so that was cool.
Right.
But Tim gets back to the shop and he goes, "I screwed you." That's what do you mean? He goes, "Because I never could get a feel." He said, "Well, I had the brake adjuster in there backwards."
Oh,
and I'm like, well, it's still an awesome experience. So like that is pretty high to being, you know. So that would have made me the third person to ever make the world on behind them two.
that's awesome.
Their first attempt there.
That is cool.
So like that's probably my highest accomplishment, you know. And
His nuts just got a little bit bigger than ours,
did.
I think.
but yeah, it's scary as shit, but pretty cool. I've always had a love for Eldora. Used to go up there with my dad, and me and Bobcat got some stuff, and you know, can't really talk about. We got some shit happening there. So
I have yet to be at Eldora, but I've heard that I might be wanted there. We'll have to see.
yeah,
just have to
I don't know why.
Just
You
to
guys just soft opened it. You might as well just spit it out now. I mean, basically just a tape nut kicker.
Well, they don't know what's happening.
Well, I mean, I know, but
We're just
it's
gonna
like,
be there and see some races, is what I heard.
Can I go ahead and just kind of give a soft layout?
lay it out there.
Well, there's been a lot of stuff going on. This is pretty cool, but you know, me and Jonathan, we're kind of. I mean, I'd like to say we're pretty much like brothers. We think a lot alike, and we both got the same mindset when it comes to dirt track racing. We want to do bigger, better, and just set the bar. So we've reached out for the last 2 years. We've had some meetings. We met with Mr. Jerry Gaffins, and we had a lot of groundwork laid there for an event we're wanting to do with stock cars and we'll just say IMCA. With IMCA. And unfortunately, I believe, I'm not sure when it was, two August ago.
Shortly after we left.
Yeah, we had just left, and it was like 6 months after. Mr. Gappins sadly passed away. And then, so we had to reset. And with several phone calls with Michael Rigsby and Ben Shelton and Dustin Jarrett, and just a lot of good reinforcement, even from the Flo family. So we've got some meetings set up. We've met with Levi, the general manager for Eldora, and there's definitely some traction happening. I'm not going to say we've got it locked, but there's some cool stuff we're wanting to do for IMCA racing at Eldora Speedway. And I'm just telling you, when we make it happen, make sure when you load the beer, you go over there in your wife's purse and grab your balls because you're going to need them. Is that about
I mean, that's yeah. It just kind of, Todd Van Eaton and Matt and all of us were actually talking about how cool would it be to have a show at Eldora. It was when we were at Bristol. And Bristol was dangerous, but it was just cool to be at Bristol, and that it's really hard for me to say that that I've done something that my dad hasn't done. And Bristol was he'd never raced there. Yes. So that's why we went to Bristol. And it got brought up. Well, then I'm like trying to think like, who do I know that knows somebody that could get our foot in the door to at least just have a conversation? Well, it was this guy. Just with his background with all the late model people, his family involved with the late model people, and then reaching out to Ben and DJ. And I still am a little upset between those two because they haven't introduced me to James Essex. But
it's okay.
All right.
We'll
it's okay.
there.
We're going to get there because he's one of like the baddest announcers.
OG.
We don't need you pitching tent right in front of everybody. Just slow roll. We'll get there.
My gut's got it covered. I'm sitting here. But super cool going out there. I'd never been in the infield. I've been to Eldora twice. What a venue. What a sight to see just to be there. And
it's a lot. Like, people don't realize how big the grounds are. I mean, how many workers are on site? There's 200 plus workers on site. I called that, by the way. I told him, I said, I bet they got 180, 200 workers. The way I asked Levi, he goes, oh, it's split 200 plus. I was like,
yeah,
I knew it was a lot. And that's another thing people don't understand. When you do these big crown jewel major events, I mean, it takes so many people, and you got to have them. but you got to make sure that you've got the right people. Like, you don't need people over here lollygagging and doing all that. I mean, there's just so much to the whole promotion game. But back on the Eldora deal, I think one thing that with Bristol, like, it's a nostalgia thing. Like, you can't do Bristol every year. That's why Bristol was a success in the 90s when they did it, and then it was a success again when they did it 20 years later. But that's not an event I don't feel like needs to be every year. And I think Eldora probably falls in that same category. I don't know what the timeline is, but, once every 5 years or 4 years or 6 years, whatever it is, that's what's going to set that event away from everything else. It's going to be, people will make it another destination event,
For sure.
Yeah, you just make it like the Olympics and go from there.
Ooh,
That's a good there. He hasn't said much, but
what he has said is had some value.
strong.
It has. So, and
Well, it's kind of weird though too, because like when we did the Zoom thing last time, like right now we could see you in the big comfy chair. Mm-hmm. It's hard because we don't see our fellow colleague.
right, he's just like behind that phone. It's weird.
It is kind of weird.
It is weird. We can hear him, but
You're not missing much, fellas. It's okay.
I know you was asking earlier about Babe, how she handles being all this.
Mm-hmm.
This would be a good time for you to tell them how the mind works over here on me. Like when we're sitting there watching TV.
Oh, it's nonstop. Nonstop. And he's like, babe, hand me my notebook. Where's my notebook? And we've got 3 of them.
I saw
We've got the events, we've got the Clash, we've got this, we've got
PTP.
Yeah, PTP.
Well, this isn't Clash on the Coast isn't the only event that you guys do and work on over the course of the.
It is now.
It is now.
It is now.
I did put my foot down on that.
Yeah. Well,
I'll let you try it. And then
she's got to hold me back a little bit. I get a little wild. And she's probably going to hold me back next year because I'm probably going to get a little wild then too. But
maybe that's why the Olympic thing is a good idea. Then it spreads things out a little bit.
Holsters.
Right?
But we had we paid a real big purse out, lost about a little over 20 on one, and we're not the family that can absorb losing $20,000 on a vision. So we learned a lot from that, and we both made it through it. We knew the first day we was going to lose money, and I said, listen, we know what we're going to do. We'll adjust. We'll make it happen. And after that weekend, we sat down and we had a talk, and I said, look, we can't ever do that again. And I didn't have no fun doing it. Like, if I'm going to promote, I want to have fun. I want to have fun. I want to have fun with my racers. And so we just said, hey, look, we're going to do this event. We had a couple of events that was really good, but I just feel like we can put everything in this and run this all year long. Like, one thing I feel like a lot of people just kind of let their event go stagnant throughout the year, and this is no jabs towards anybody. It's just my personal opinion. So, like, what I've been learning is, once the event's over, people just kind of forget about them till it's 3 months before, then we start getting current again. Mm-hmm. So I'm working with my website company. MRP's running our website. We're working with them, and we're fixing to add an online store for merch. We've got links on all of our marketing partners that we're going to have where when you click on their marketing partner, you get a discount from Clash on the Coast. It marks it. That way they can see at the end of the year, hey, where's Machine? We had 300 people click on our website from here. Well, if it was in that timeline from when they did a discount, then we know, hey, they spent money with Weirs.
Yep.
So anybody that markets with us, our goal is to do 3 times what they do with us. So if somebody marks us $2,000, we want to make sure that their return on that is $6,000.
And that's real. That's real funds. That's real money. That's real.
Absolutely.
You had something to do with our event. This is back to you. Yeah. Like, that's great stuff.
And if we do our part, they'll come back.
Absolutely.
And that's how these things build. That's how they go like this.
Yep,
And when you get stagnant and you stop doing all that, they just kind of plane off, and it don't keep that crown jewel.
Yep.
I ain't gonna say we're a crown jewel, but we're definitely at the top right now. I think we're at the top of the game.
It's a destination.
Yeah.
We know that.
So, and the boards are cool.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get one. I'm buying a surfboard when I come back rafting it.
Oh, damn. I thought he was going to say he's going to win one.
Right. That's
I don't do my own events. I know. I'm not like a lot of people, but I just, I don't know how people race a damn event and promote.
It'd wear you out, I'd think.
Oh, God, yeah.
You got to have. You'd have to have a junior promoter basically doing all the back stuff while you're
Lane.
Kyle and Lane. Oh, look at Lane. He just woke up over there. You see that? So, hey, and I know we got to take another break, and then we're going to come back for our last segment. We got a lot to cover in it. Because we got a question of the week that went out that's really pertains to you.
I hope we get good feedback on that.
And we got a new segment, right, Cody? What's that called?
Yeah, Moffitt's Ford Mayhem. So Moffitt's Ford came on board with us, and they wanted to do, it could be a big crash, or, Jonathan lighting his hand on fire, or,
we might have a story.
It could be anything.
We might have a story, and we're also going to have another guest, which will be another one on before Jerry. But we want to make sure, babe, thank you for coming over here and sitting on the couch. And also, I have to say, I did ask, babe, what do you want to be called? Do you want to be called Shauna? Like, I'm from Iowa. We got to have manners here. And she said, well, I think it'd be weird if you didn't call me babe, because everybody else does.
It is so weird when people call. I said something to Colton the other day, and he goes, Shauna? I was like, my sister? So like, my sister's name's Shauna. So like, it's weird on all kinds of levels for me. So like, but like everybody, even so we was at Ron's den. I met the guy that does the culverts and all this. And he's like, hey, how are you? And Ron goes, well, that's Babe. And this is after the first day of meeting him. I was like, hey, this is Peyton, this is Babe. And he goes, this is who? And he goes, I'm not comfortable calling her that. I said, well, that's what everybody calls her. So, I don't know what you know.
Get comfortable.
Then we go to the bar the other night, and I said, you get us a beer? She goes, yeah. I said, well, we'll get a drink. She goes, all right, it's under Babe. So I'm telling, and the bartender's like, I like that. That's pretty cool. Said, but she's the Babe.
There is
my best friend.
Back home, one of the...
Did you say back home?
No.
Oh.
But one of the wives went through one of our friends' phones and saw Babe in there.
Oh, yeah, about what psycho.
Yeah, I got in trouble.
Yeah. They wasn't close. She was just kind of in for the day, I guess. She didn't last long.
I'll say this. When my wife goes through my phone, she will find Shauna Babe Taylor.
There you go.
I want to make
got
sure
it covered. Yeah.
I used to worry about, I think everybody, I never really worried about it, but like now,
it was easy for me because I got her number early.
Yeah.
Well, we're back to this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying. So
this damn story,
it's just kind of,
it's going to come out. Not today.
Not coming out.
There's going to be a day.
It is magical.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, maybe, listen, one of these days we might have a Watermelons and Wood Chips behind the scenes or after dark episode.
Yeah, there you
that
go.
might be when that comes out.
Casting couch, maybe.
Oh, yeah, that could work. That could work.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hey, maybe we could get the waitress on film.
Oh.
yeah.
I forgot you personally know her, don't you?
You see how this is? We're coming to it. But Cody, I'll let
these
you
things
send
are
this-
rising to the surface right now. We're just about ready to pop our head out of the water.
Right.
We'll let you send us a break, Cody.
All right, sounds good. Well, are we bringing Johnny Forklift on, or what are we doing after this?
Yep, Johnny Forklift.
Okay, sounds good. Well, we'll go to break, and then we'll cover our Moffitt's Ford Mayhem, Elmquist Towing question of the week. We'll send it off to Logue Fab and P1P Canopy, and when we get back, we'll talk with those guys and cover that stuff. You are watching Watermelons and Wood Chips. We'll be right back.
Next segment is brought to you by Logue Fabrication, your go-to shop for custom metal fabrication. From residential and commercial projects to auto racing applications, Logue Fabrication delivers quality and precision every time. They're not just fabricators, they're racers too. Proud home to Rage Hobby Stock and Stock Carts you see tearing up Boone Speedway every week. Whether you need a custom railing, a commercial build, or race-ready metalwork, trust the team at Logue Fabrication to get it done right. Logue Fabrication, where craftsmanship meets horsepower. We can help you stand out anywhere with P1 Promotions, the home of P1P Canopy. From the racetrack to the ball fields to trade shows and beyond, our custom pop-up canopies are built to showcase your brand in style, with multiple sizes and full customization available. But we don't stop there. P1 Promotions also delivers custom rugs, apparel, sportswear, trade show setups, and even P1P custom awards that make an impact. You can see all we have to offer at www.p1pcanopy.com.
Welcome back, race fans. Watermelons and Woodchips presented by Central Iowa Diesel Performance, and back from the break. And we got another new guest, and you just keep bringing people in over there.
It's, we're down here in Florida. We're having vacation. Mrs. Forklift.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Mr. Forklift, Johnny's a little tied up at work right now, but we said, hey, Dakota, let's stick a mic on and get you in here. So
she knows a lot about Colton.
She does. And boys, let me tell you, this is my only daughter right here. And we couldn't ask for a better one. And we have put her ass to work down here. She's been making change, putting bands on, and killing it and doing a great job. Are you having fun?
Yeah, I'm having a great time.
Are you?
Yeah.
What do you think of these guys?
They're all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She's full of shit. She loves it.
No, we're having a good time, but yeah, we got a couple little segments we got to do here, right, Cody?
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's jump right into our new one. So, Moffitt's Ford Mayhem. So, Charlie from the Ford dealership in town reached out, and he was like, man, I keep hearing about this Watermelons and Woodchips show you guys are on. And Charlie's kids, they wrestle with me and those guys at our wrestling club. And he had reached out and said, I just keep hearing about this podcast. And then they came up with a segment they wanted, Moffitt's Ford Mayhem. And right now we're not racing. So I think the main goal of it is like, if there's something that happens on the racetrack, if there's a wreck or whatever, we highlight that. But or if Jonathan's on the infield throwing his hand, talking with his hands, and they catch it on IMCA TV or something like that. But I've got a little mayhem. This is 3 weeks, and if 3 weeks or 3 out of the 4 weeks, you've had a little incident. So I'm gonna chalk this one up to Moffitt's Ford Mayhem. You about broke your right front, didn't you?
Well, when you put 250 on one hoof, and I mean one hoof only.
3 foot up, like how far?
I mean, I basically seen my ankle. I've never rolled my ankle in my entire life. I've just been lucky. I don't know, but we had a wreck in turn 1, and the wall that they got around that place at Blackwater Speedway is not really, it's not like a tall wall. It's like 18, 20 inch tall little
He's got 100 barriers for coming in. Imagine that.
I step up on that thing and I come down and I put all 248 and 1/4 pound on the right hoof. And I seen the bottom of my foot and I thought, okay, just walk it off. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. We get out into the water truck and I get out and I can't even bear any weight on it. And I go to Peyton up in turn 1 and I'm like, he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, man, I have messed up my hoof. And he's like, well, I'm like, I think I broke it. I'm not even kidding. I could not bear any weight on it. And so when we got back to the hotel room, they had to haul me in on the luggage cart. Legit. Haul me in on the luggage cart. it was terrible. So we got wrapped up. I elevated it. I had a golf ball on top of my foot.
A golf? Oh, not
from the like a knot from swelling. I'd never seen that. I actually heard it, like whatever it did, crack, poppled, whatever. I don't know. But we wrapped it up. We iced it. I've been peeling dead skin off the top of my hand all week, which it looks really good. Ivan's been calling and checking in on that.
It's kind of red.
It is.
Kind of looks like Ivan.
It is a little red. Yeah, we brought it in one night at the Blackwater Speedway, and Jay Van gave me a Ric Flair chest slap right on.
Oh, remember that? Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's bad things just follow me around, and but we're healing up good.
So that was a bad one, but then our competitor to that in this mayhem deal, that modified that tried to take down the turn 3 wall, you got to witness that. Ken, I'm going to get his name wrong. Ken Bird, Ked Bond, '07 red modified. Gave us a pile of air fresheners.
Was that the one that came off the double hook?
That was the first double hook at the Blackwater Speedway. And Britt, the guy that eats the hot dogs the long ways, he looked at me like I was.
When you told him double hook?
Yeah, when I looked at him, and because he hooked, so we brought a little bit of the Boone Speedway down here to the Clash on the Coast this year. And that is the hook deal on the old cherry picker of what you want to say on the back of the hillbilly tractors. And so it was a kind of a deal teaching everybody there how it works, why we did it, why the Boone Speedway does it the way it does. It's a really fast, quick pickup deal. So he hooks onto the front of this thing. And I mean, this guy, it's a brand, at the time I didn't know, but it was a brand new chassis. I mean, let's just say the right front upper A-frame was touching the fan. The lower A-frame was ripped off of it. We go to hook onto it, and then that's when I realized that the right side trailing arm was ripped off. J-bar was broke out. So then we got, I think his name was Bubba. He come in and bet, so we had to do the double hook. They had never done the double hook at the Blackwater Speedway. We hook them up. We're dragging this car across. Like, we got one back. It actually went a lot quicker than what I
thought it went great.
But when we hit the whoop section at Daytona for the dirt bikes and the 450s, it ripped the bumper off the front of it, which the bumper was already damaged.
He keys up, go, hey, we need another record. Hang on, give us a minute. Bumper just fell off due to the crash.
Denver had to do a triple toe.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, the Secret Channel has been awesome all week. Okay.
Yes.
I've been on the Secret Channel.
Jonathan's been cooking.
Never been a part of the Secret Channel. I've probably been a little chatty on it, but it's just because I don't know and I want to learn what's going on. And I have requested to have a Secret Channel headset in my trailer at all times now when I'm at any racetrack. So any of you promoters out there, if I show up, I'm coming to the tower.
We got to have a spare radio.
I'm serious. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool.
But what did the guy tell you when he got out of the car? Didn't he say?
I said, hey, man, what happened? He goes, some bitch wouldn't turn, so I just floored it. And I'm like,
I've not heard that yet.
I'm like,
I got to give him a shirt.
I'm like, okay. And he goes, yeah, it's a brand new chassis. And I'm like, well, man, I'm really sorry. He goes, no, don't worry, it's my fault, you know.
Some bitch wouldn't turn, so
I know it's not going to fit into the trailer. I got an enclosed trailer. I'm like, well, we do have, that's when Mike came over and he's like, we got a forklift. We'll just lift it up. And they ended up, we tarped it down in the infield and they came and picked it up on Tuesday.
Yesterday.
No, Wednesday.
Yep.
No, yeah, yesterday's Thursday. We're off.
Yeah.
Them off days throw you off.
It's hard to know what day it is down here too. That's for damn sure.
Hey, weather update. I know we talked about how much it's rained a while ago. Just talked to Albertson. He said, got a little dust settler at the track. Done gone.
Oh, it's on.
So, yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, night
5
is on tonight. Good
Deep
deal.
South Speedway, it's going now.
So I would say our first Mayhem winner has got to be from the 50036. That's got to be the right front on old Jonathan.
I mean, I walked it off like instantly, like nothing happened. But I was really needing a bottle of ibuprofen and maybe a muscle relaxer at that time because
Were you looking for them Kleenex from Cody?
No, he doesn't run out of them.
Okay.
Well, I can tell you this. If you ever need anything to alleviate on the pain, if you'll get with Mrs. Forklift over there and get in the other end of her fireball, after about 3 of them. But, I mean, the only problem, I ain't ever seen you drink a lot. Like, you're not a big drinker. But the one time I did see you drink, you started snapping pics one night. So I don't know.
There's a little more Mayhem for you.
It just keeps going. We keep rising to the top here.
Yeah.
Just a little more Bobcat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Moffitt's Ford. This is gonna be the best money you've ever spent. 'Cause we're gonna talk about this shit so much.
Well, Charlie knows Jonathan pretty well too, so I think that's probably why they did it. So,
Well,
Perfect.
we always had Vegas, but then we'll always have the White River Country Club.
That's right.
I really feel like that's what bonded us right there.
Now we're getting location.
One of the So look that place up. They got good drinks, good food.
A really good play along waitress.
The only person that didn't know what was going on was this guy.
And there was like 16 of us at the table.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the whole rage camp. Eckrick was there.
My God.
He's also a little bit to blame.
He's the one that sealed the deal.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dotson was feeding us nasty ass shots.
Him and Laney, yeah. They called it what's the sailor shot? Something where Jim, Jack, and George or something shit like that. I don't know.
Well, I thought
It was a heavy. So we just acted like we drank them, and then we sent them back. That's what happens when you go to a local bar and you know the waitress.
Right.
You can do stuff like that, and you can. Well, hang on.
Well, and I think Jonathan mistook that he thought you were at the show me something.
Do what?
Garrett says the four
Four
horsemen.
horse. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Garrett weighed in.
Yeah.
I heard
Look
it.
at
All of a
this
sudden, I
guy.
saw his face pop up, and he said four horsemen, and then he was gone.
Nice.
Yeah, that is a nasty shot. And I had a shot the other night. The babe don't know about it, but it was Rumpelmints and Jaeger. It come from Cole.
Oh,
God.
Charnitsky.
Yes, and let me tell you another thing I learned. You do not drink with that dude.
Wisconsin people.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling
They're like,
Trouble.
they're savage.
They're trouble.
no, and the problem is they can do it, and they can get up in the morning instead of having coffee, they'll drink a beer. I'm not programmed like that.
No.
I don't know. I saw
It's-
Cole at
it's-
Super Nationals. He was in pretty rough shape. I don't know if he got up and drank a beer or not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I think Jonathan got confused that night. He thought they were at the show me something, but because he was showing something. Anyway,
Of course.
Of course.
but anyway, so our mouth was forward. We got that winter down. Now we got to get to the question because this really ties into Peyton. Go ahead, Cody.
Yeah, so Elmquist Towing question of the week. Besides Super Nationals, what's your go-to destination race and why? Just looking right now on Updated, we had 56 comments on this. And
I got to bring this up. Dude, what? Not to interrupt you, but this 56 comments things, people have got me blocked because it only shows like 43 comments on my shit. So whoever's got me blocked,
You're really missing out.
You can go to most relevant and it'll pull them all up.
no, not if they got me blocked.
When he brings it up, it only shows in 43. So
Yeah.
there's 13 people out there that
So
I bet they buy shirts.
whoever's got me
that's
blocked, sit on this and spin till the elbow, because I really want to know what they're saying, and it pisses me off. I have to ask Cody and Josh who's saying what.
yeah, we see all of them, I think.
yeah,
You guys don't raise people. Well, yeah, I could tell people things about you guys that they might not start liking you, like the calls and shit you guys make
Well, hey, we're
on
trying
the secret channel.
to make things right. We're getting Crispitos at the track. We're getting
Them things are fire.
Peyton and I had Crispitos. Jacob Snyder, the Snyder camp, they brought Crispitos to the racetrack, and
Oops,
the road
phone
that we're
fell
staying
over.
on. The road that we're staying on is Ortega Road.
Ortega Road.
Ortega, not Dega, but Ortega. Yeah, it is for sure.
Elmquist Towing question of the week. 56 comments.
Yep.
What's your favorite racing
Race?
destination minus the Super Nationals?
Yep.
Take off, Code.
Yeah, so a lot of them, the Dome obviously was one that got brought up a bunch. Knoxville Nationals was another one. Obviously Clash of the Coast. So
Who's Cody?
I got you
Did
still.
you hit the button?
Oh,
Well,
Hang on.
come
There
back
you
to
go.
us again on the
you
Dome. The Dome was hot.
yeah, the Dome was probably the most popular one. Knoxville Nationals was another good one. Clash on the Coast was on there. Looking at some other ones, Chad Christensen, our buddy Chad, he said Cooter Cup at Slideways. You guys missed out on that. That we'll have to maybe bring that one back with sometime. We did
We
like
can do a
three.
remote event there
Where?
down at Slideways.
Oh, yeah.
We did that was a good one. We started out with my bachelor party a while ago, and then it went into a 3 or 4 race deal we did every year. Was called Cooter Cup at Slideways. We might have to bring that back,
Cooter
Josh.
Cup.
Hey, I'm down. Let's go. Maybe we'll do some lap times there, and another ass tattoo could come into this.
Yeah, there you go. We'll just keep stacking those up. But yeah, and going to, you're talking to about destinations and stuff. Obviously, Super Nationals is something that's been built for a while, but like going back to Peyton, um, you know, your goal obviously is to make this one of the biggest destination races in all of IMCA, if not dirt track racing, right?
Absolutely. And man, I'm telling you, we're adjusting every day. We're adjusting staff. We're adjusting our schedule. We're building notebooks just like these racers do when they test. I mean, when we have a practice night, we're learning. We're communicating well with who we've got, and we're getting game plans. And I think what was big for us was what we overcome at Blackwater Speedway on Tuesday. It gave us confidence in going ahead and doing what we need to make sure, all these racers that travel down here have the best racing experience and the best racing surface to showcase what they do. And we got that with we got a game plan now, I guess.
Well, and we all know it doesn't matter what race you go to. There's about 5 people are going to leave happy, right? But we had guys leaving the other night. They didn't run that great, but they had a good time. And we're over there doing karaoke, and they're here for a good time, and they're having a good time.
Yeah.
So that means a lot, and it means a lot. Like on our end, when you put on the show and you have people tell you that the flow is good and the getting people lined back up for after a caution and stuff like that, like that feels good on our end that we know what we're doing, I guess.
It's really opened up my eyes. I mean, it doesn't mean I'm not going to still chew ass.
Oh, we know that.
Because that's just who I am, and I'm passionate about it. And like we've talked before, when the racer is not passionate about something that has happened to him or his program or whatever on the racetrack, our sport's in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is a lot of money, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of everything. It's family, it's all of this stuff. But I tell you what, this being a part of the Clash on the Coast and being on the secret channel is just, it's tough. I mean, there are people are just negative Nancy.
It's nonstop, just doing stuff.
Right.
Making sure stuff's done.
I've got to tell Peyton all the time, he wears his heart on his shoulder.
But I care.
I always pull it off and I put it right back where it belongs because, one of the biggest things about Lottie is he don't give a shit. You don't like it? Don't come here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Peyton is not.
These people are customers. I look at it. Everybody looks at it different. I look at them as customers.
Yep.
I want everybody that spends money with me and my wife in our event to have a good experience. I don't feel like I need to do now. I have went psycho on a few people this week, which is not normal, but I've calmed down and addressed it professionally after that. But at some point you've got to let people know, hey, look, this is how it's going to be. And we do stuff different too. This is one thing that I think separates us from a lot of folks. So like our schedule's tentative. We're in Florida. We got Florida weather. We don't know if we're going to have to do a day show, what we're going to do. And we're working with different areas down here to draw crowds. So we adjust time accordingly. But like Saturday night, championship night at Deep South Speedway, we told them the other night, hey, look, we're going to move the show back an hour, maybe an hour and a half if track will allow, to let these racers that's got to drive 12 to 17 to 20 hours get a head start. So we see all sides. We don't just look at, we don't block off at promoters. We try to do everything we can to make sure these racers, these fans, get the best experience they can. And that's what I think makes this so special.
Yep, absolutely. And it's seen all over the place, but yeah, just getting to come down here and be a part of it. Like I know, and it, again, Dakota doesn't go to every single race, but the ones she's been to, what would you say, how's this rank for you? Like, does it look pretty well put together?
You don't have to say number one just because I'm.
No. I mean, we were down here in Florida like 2 years ago for Hendry, and that was an adjustment as well. And it was just Colton and I down here, and I mean, just being with everyone, like it's a family, and we're all trying to figure it out. Like obviously, first day there's hiccups. Second day we ran much cleaner than before. And I think just everyone getting to know everybody and everything like that, like it's been a good event. Like
That's another reason why I like it. Most of the staff staying in a house, and especially the ones that are communicating in the tower and together on I just think the more you're together, the easier it is to communicate. And if people see us getting along and having fun and we're putting off that positive energy, I think it just kind of overflows on to other people. Like anytime you go from 50, like our first event, we was 50 cars to we're at 160 this year. Let me tell you what that does. From the racers don't understand this. Everybody's thinking, oh, you're making this much more money. Dude, it costs 3 times as much to run everything. You got to have more staff. It's just everything takes more, but it's also 3 times the ass eatings.
Yeah.
So, and this year's been great. I've not had a lot, which tells me we did really good.
Yep.
For the most part, but we're still getting better. But, there's so much behind the scenes of the promotion that people don't see, and they just see, a full pit or a lot of cars, but there's so much more that goes into it, especially an event that is 8 hours or 16 hours round trip from your home.
Well, and Corey Ray, he was talking about how much more payout there is, unless you're a Southern. But that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
I think, so.
Yeah. But like we do that. This is me being a racer. I look at 1st, 5th, 10th, and 20th. And that's how I structure it. But like when I did my math, we have a 1,000 show, but it's like over $8,000 purse.
I was just saying, yeah, but what's it pay for 5th? $500, $600?
$500 or $600, I think.
to pay that, so it pays $1,250.
Well, it's $1,250 to win. Yeah, I gotta grease that other $250 in there.
$1,250 to win, and normally at a normal show,
what's second pay at a normal $1,250 to win? Or third?
$700.
Yeah, we're $1,259, 8, 7.
Depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely heavier through the field.
And then we're not even mentioning the points championship yet.
Correct.
It's a $3,000 point fund that's $1,008,642. So, that's just bonus money. When we started, we paid 20 spots in the points championship.
And a killer surfboard.
And a killer surfboard. But so then the next year we went to 15. Then we went to 10. Then now we're at 5. And I tell you why. Because I don't gain no more cars from them extra spots. From 6 back, that was just me being courteous.
Yep.
And this is not a jab towards anybody, but nobody ever said, hey, man, I appreciate this point fund money. They just went up there, got my envelope, or I got my ass ate out because 16th and 17th points fund, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'm like, look, my deal is to eliminate ass eatings. Mm-hmm. I don't like them. I don't take them well, but I've learned to holster.
Right.
Put them. But, I'm excited to have everybody, and I can't just a lot of good energy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and dude, it's, watching from where it started, as an outsider, right? It's pretty awesome. Just seeing how the way it's grown and people are talking about it constantly. These guys wouldn't shut the hell up about it for the last 8 weeks. And I more mainly to rub it in my face, but whatever, it is what it is. I'm not bitter or anything. So.
Well, I made sure you and G-Wagon had a bed down there, so all y'all had to do was hop on the bird.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we'll work that in. Right? We'll work that in.
I done hit G up about doing a documentary on the house the entire week, and I want to do it in a 4-part series. I want to do it.
I'm in.
G?
It's going to be like the real world.
Yes.
That's what I want to do. The Racers World.
Racers Real World.
Damn.
I'm telling you, it's traction. You put a good Southern boy with all these crazy-ass Northerners.
Well, IMCA TV has, you guys started a new thing down here at the Clash of the
Under the Visor.
Under the Visor.
Yep.
Super cool thing. Super excited for that. It's going to be another great addition to the Clash on the Coast.
Yep, 100%. I think that's going to be, guys are going to like that, and fans are going to like it. It's going to get.
Well, I think it can be a good fan vote deal where they say, "Hey, we want to do this driver, this driver, this driver." Mm-hmm. And anything to draw traction towards an event is obviously going to be good.
Yep.
Scott, me and Old Bloomer was pretty good buddies. And he always told me, I said something one time about pissing somebody off. He goes, "Hey, He said, it don't matter if it's good or bad. He said, the people that don't like you, they'll buy the shirts too.
Yep.
And he's right, man. It's as far as like marketing and stuff like that, that dude was a genius. People have no idea. Like, they just seen the black sunshine. Like, I knew Scott, so, and he taught me a shit ton on how people perceive you. Perception's everything, so I attribute a lot of what I do and how I carry myself. Granted, I'm the opposite of what Sunshine was, but I learned a lot from him, and so, yeah, but always learning.
Yeah, that's right.
Always learning.
That's right.
What do you think, Coot?
It sounds like you guys got to get ready to go run a race. So, we falling.
Yeah, we're
There we go.
yeah, it's raining here. It's not raining there, but yeah, we're supposed to be out there in about an hour, and
Yep. We got
equipment landing at noon, and yeah, we're excited. Yeah, I think we're in store for a hell of a good night. So we get down here. I think we're gonna have to restructure some their logistics. Excuse me. Their logistics aren't ideal for entering and exiting the track. You do it at the same place. So Bobcat got with Aiden, and he's the future owner. He's gonna own it one day. He's the grandson.
Yep.
And he does a hell of a job, and he's easy to work with, and he wants to be part of the solution, not part of the problem, and that's what we got to have. We got to have people that want to get on board with us. So look forward to working with Aiden this week too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
hey.
that's awesome. Well, obviously, like, Peyton, we appreciate you, obviously taking time out of the day, because I know what it's like to have to, you got a lot of things in motion running through your brain probably while you're even doing this interview and stuff with what's going on. So we do appreciate you taking time out of your day and jumping on with us. So,
well, I've been looking forward to it, man. We actually, weather kind of screwed us. We was going to do it the other day, and like I said, everything's tentative with this weather down here. You just kind of got to go with what it does, and that's one reason I love it, because even if you do catch some weather here, it may be good back there, or vice versa. But we was really wanting to do it out off the back of our beach house. We've got a little inlet, and the boys was going to fish. Bobcat done got on some bait and stuff, and then rain just kind of blew in on us. So, but it's so beautiful down here, man. I'm actually working with some real estate companies for next year to try and do some racer deals, like up to 20% off. Right now, all these condos and beach houses are on winter rates. We're the last week of winter rates, so that's pretty cool. So if we can catch another 10 or 20% off, I mean, you can get what would be in the summer would be a $12,000-$13,000 house for around $3,000 for the week. So
wow.
You get to live like a pimp, and you get 3 or 4 families going together. It don't cost you no more than what a hotel. So
Hell yeah.
that's another thing. We look at all angles. So thank y'all for having us, and thank y'all for always supporting Clash on the Coast. Thank you for Moffitt, Iowa
Pipe grading.
Pipe and Grading. And then who's the sponsor tonight? I lost them.
So we got, the question of the week is Elmquist.
Elmquist, thank you, Elmquist.
He's here down here.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
They're down here.
Got 2 cars.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
And just want to thank everybody associated with this. It's pretty cool to sit here and watch. And who knew, Clash on the Coast was going to do what it was going to do, but who knew Watermelons and Woodchips was going to do this?
Isn't it nuts?
Yeah.
We love it.
We're thinking the same thing, man.
That's right. We're going to get your ass up to Iowa, and then we're going to get you back on.
Hey, I love it. Can we do a barbecue day, like an outdoor barbecue with cocktails?
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that's when the true story of what was actually in the pics will come out.
I'll get a brisket on the smoker, and we'll have a good old night.
I'm in.
You bet.
Yeah.
We need to schedule that. We need to schedule that for like August. So hopefully they forget about it.
People don't forget.
Will not
People
forget about
don't forget. But, all right, guys. We'll let you guys get rolling to go put the race on. But we want to thank Central Iowa Diesel Performance, Umpquist Towing, Moffitt's Ford, Weir's, Logue Fabrication, P1P Canopy, whoever else I'm forgetting. But everybody that helps support the show, continue to like, subscribe, all the things on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. But again, thank you, Peyton. Thank you guys for taking time, and Babe and Mrs. Forklift. Johnny is too busy, too cool. So, but We appreciate you guys. Good luck. Good luck the next few days down there. And we'll see you guys next week on Watermelons and Wood Chips. Thanks for tuning in.
Enjoy the show.